Hi, this is Cassie, and this is my video blog about why I think that reading 50 Shades of Grey made me a better woman. Actually, made all of us a better group of women. So here goes. There's three reasons why I think this is true. The first one is that I have friends that don't read books. I have friends that look at magazines. They might even read an article in a magazine, but I don't think they've picked up a book since their kid stopped reading bedtime stories. And suddenly I have friends that are not only reading one book, I have friends that are reading 3 books. And at the end of reading all 3 books, they're like, now what do I read? I don't have anything to read. Which book are you reading now? Do you have a book that you could recommend? And I realized that it takes 3 weeks to start a new habit, roughly 21 days. And while there are some of those friends who have read the entire trio of 50 Shades of Grey books in a weekend, the majority of them are taking several weeks to finish all 3 books. And what they've actually done is created a new habit for themselves. And let's face it, it's a good habit. Reading a book is a great habit to have. So I think that is, whether it's 50 Shades of Grey for us, or it's the Twilight series for teenagers, or even Harry Potter for younger folks, or older folks, we got another trilogy of books that is creating a whole new set of really great habits for women who are now reading these books. And they are reading other things after that because they've become addicted to getting into bed and having something to read, which I think that any time that we can stop watching a reality show about a housewife might be a really good thing. So that's point number 1. Point number 2 is women love to gossip. I could just finish it right there. So women love to gossip. They like to gossip at the gym, in the carpool line, at the store, at the mall, at home, on their cell phone, on Facebook, whatever. We are kind of, it's bred in us, unfortunately, that we like to gossip. Suddenly, I find we're not talking about other women. We're talking about 50 Shades of Grey. It has given us another topic to talk about. And it's a good topic because we're discussing literature. Now, I know that some people might be laughing right now and thinking that 50 Shades of Grey is not considered literature. But again, we have women who have picked up a book and are reading books, and now we are discussing what we read in the book. And we're actually having really great conversations about it. It isn't like, can you believe they did that? Or can you believe he said this or did this to her? That's part of it. But at the same time, we're talking about the psychological part of why Christian is the way that he is. We're talking about the relationship. Is that something that we would want to do? What if the tables were turned? What if that was our daughter? What if that was our brother? We're talking about the different things, and would we try to save Christian? Would we tell Anna not to do this if that was our daughter? We're having conversations that are different and stimulating, that aren't necessarily all about sex, and definitely not about gossiping, which is a great thing. So we're actually strengthening our bonds. Women are strengthening bonds together with each other because we're actually having a conversation with substance. So we're talking about literature. Hello. So that's point number 2. Okay, let's talk about sex in point number 3. So a couple things. First of all, I by no means want to be bound and gagged by my husband. That's not where this is going. Number 2, Christian and Anna are engaging in sexual behaviors that, whether it was very vanilla or very kinky, they're for the most part doing it in their own homes, cars, hotels, the occasional elevator. Okay, I will give you that. But they're doing it in their own property, in their own 4 walls. And what anybody does in those own 4 walls, without harming anybody on the outside, is up to them. They are 2 consenting adults having sexual interactions in their own home. And here's the big ta-da! Not one part of that book talks about anything but a monogamous relationship. how refreshing is it when every time we turn on the television, there is another politician in some type of sex scandal, your next door neighbor, the kids at school, their parents are hooking up, there's celebrities, sports figures, and everybody wants to be all up in arms about a kinky sex book, which happens to take place between two adults, albeit one is very, very young, but Christian really is only, 6 or 7 years older than she is. It's not an old man, and they're doing it in their own house, and they're only doing it with each other. Monogamy, people, it's a good thing. So it's long point 3, right? So by reading this book, I don't want to be bound and gagged by my husband, but does it make me want to be a little bit more sexier around my husband? Yeah. Does it make me, I'm just going to leave this all out because who knows who's going to be listening to this, i.e. my teenage daughter. But you get the point. It makes me want to be a little bit more sexier. It makes me want to perhaps try something different, not being bound and gagged. I don't know. It obviously is a turn on. By the end of book 3, am I skipping through the sex scenes because I just want to get to the storyline? Yeah. Did I get a little numb to it? Yeah. But it's all good, ladies. It's monogamy. They're adults. They're being creative. Definitely made us a better group of women since we read that. So, I don't know. When I see people on The View that are bashing it, I really think they didn't read the whole thing. They read the back cover. They've heard the rumors, young girl being seduced by this older billionaire. I don't think they've read it because there's clearly a lot more that goes on than just that. So, I don't know. That's it. Thanks for listening, watching. Hope you have a great day. Read 50 Shades of Grey, right? Okay, bye.